you're going to have to deal with the fear of the unknown. At every step of your personal growth, you are going to have to overcome the fear barrier.
This episode is brought to you by my goal setting guide. It's a free guide that you can download. The link is in the description, where it's going to help you refine your goal and set them in such a way that they will be achievable and you will actually see success.
Hey, this is Tarun for Lead, Communicate, Grow. You know, when I was about 6 years old, the theme park or amusement park that was near my house opened up a new roller coaster. It was called the Thunderbolt. And the Thunderbolt was the first roller coaster in Australia to do a full double loop. So you actually went upside down. And I'd been watching the advertisements and I'd been hearing my friends talk about it, and I was desperate to go to Dreamworld and ride the Thunderbolt. And one day my family finally got to go, and we went, and I was looking forward to it, and I couldn't talk about anything else except getting on this Thunderbolt. Well, we got there, and the first challenge I had to overcome was I had to see if I was tall enough. And so I went up to the measuring stick, and I was just tall enough. I was taller than my brother, so I was going to get to go, but my brother wasn't. And so I was so excited. But then I stood by the fence and actually watched the roller coaster go through the loops. Then all of a sudden, terror and fear gripped me. My 6-year-old brain could not comprehend how I was going to go through this roller coaster upside down and actually not fall out. Well, my dad got in the line, and my dad was lined up, and I couldn't make up my mind whether I was going to go on the roller coaster or not go on the roller coaster. I stood in the line with my dad for a few minutes. I ran back to my mum thinking, no, I'm not going to do it, I'm too scared. Then I run back to my dad and I stand in the line. Then I run back to mum. Finally, I determined myself, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get past my fear, and I'm going to get on this roller coaster. Well, our turn came. We got into the roller coaster car. The straps came down to hold us in, and then it started with a big clunk and a shudder, and it started to go up the first incline. You know how roller coasters are. They go slowly, click, 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 click up the steep incline that's going to get the momentum. Wow. All of a sudden, the fear overwhelmed me. As I started to see the ground fall away from our roller coaster, I couldn't do anything except cry, I want to get off this roller coaster. My dad tried his best to distract me. He was telling me that my uncle lived over the hill and look at the view and all these other things to distract me. But I was so gripped with the fear of what was coming up. You see, when you're going up the incline of a roller coaster, you don't actually know what's on the other side until you've actually been there. And so the sheer terror that grips you that first time as you click up the hill to get to that crest and go down the other side is probably what makes it so exciting and what makes people want to get on it over and over again. But as my 6-year-old brain was just gripped with fear, all I could do was cry and close my eyes and scream, I want to get off, I want to get off, I want to get off. But of course, well, I couldn't get off. Then we got to the crest, and I felt that adrenaline rush, and my stomach came up into my mouth as we plummeted down the other side, and then we whirled around at high speeds, and then we hit the first loop and we went upside down, and then hit the second loop and we went upside down, and then all of a sudden my terror and my fear turned to sheer exhilaration. I was having the time of my life, and within a few seconds the whole roller coaster ride was over, and we pulled in to the stop. And the first thing I said to my dad was, can we go again? That was amazing. You know, there's a funny thing about doing something new. And you know, if you want to develop in your life, if you want to get ahead, if you want to go beyond where you are currently, you're going to have to deal with the fear of the unknown. At every step of your personal growth, you are going to have to overcome the fear barrier. When you can overcome that fear barrier, what happens after you do it the first time is you actually stretch your comfort zone. The next time round, you're actually going to feel more confident, more excited about going into the unknown. With every step of your personal development, you're going to have to overcome fear. But when you step out you're going to get the results for it, and you're going to be able to say that you did things that other people were too scared to try. You know, if you want to do more, go further in your life, be more than you are today, learn to embrace the fear that comes with stepping out. Because after you take that first step, it's going to be sheer exhilaration, because you're going to be experiencing things well beyond your potential and well beyond your comfort zone. You can lead well no matter where you find yourself in life. Overcome that fear barrier and step out. You can do it.
If you'd like to dig deeper on this and other topics on leadership, why don't you check out my course, Leading for Success, where I take a deep dive into the 7 essential keys on leading well. And you can get the link in the description below. And that's going to be really helpful to any leaders who are looking to level up and learn the fundamentals of their leadership. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you got a ton of value out of that episode. Don't forget to let us know what you thought in the comments. And if you have a topic you'd like us to cover next time, we'd love to hear from you. If you know anyone that would benefit from the content that we produce, please like and share this channel. And we look forward to having you next time on the Tarun Stevenson Leadership Channel.